Aloha, my name is Yumiko Freeman. I'm also known as Auntie Miko, and I'm a licensed acupuncturist specializing in pediatrics. I was born and raised in Japan, and then I was very interested in learning English, having my uncle living in Oregon. So after high school, I moved to Oregon to study English. So about 25 years ago or so, my back went out severely, and I first tried a different modality. After 2 weeks of trying that, nothing has changed, and that's when my friend recommended trying acupuncture. And after going to see an acupuncturist just one time, my back pain was just like significantly better. And that's when I was like, what is this? Like, she didn't put the needle in my back, she just did the needles on my hands and feet, legs. And I was just very curious how this medicine really works. And that was the beginning of my journey. After I received acupuncture for my back, I got very curious, and I actually reached out to one acupuncturist, and I started seeing him because he was recommended by my friend. And I told him that I am ready to start a family. So he started treating me for getting my body ready for conceiving. And then throughout the pregnancy, I was getting the regular care. And I feel like that really kept me healthy. And then I decided to have a home birth. And I remember my acupuncturist saying that he will be there if I need him. But he said, well, you don't probably need me because you're so healthy. But during the actual labor, my baby was positioned. So I was getting really exhausted. And that's when I said something like, do I need to go to the hospital? And my midwife was like, not really, because it's not 24 hours yet or something. And I was like, oh my gosh. But that's when my husband got up and then called my acupuncturist. And that was almost midnight when he came. And after putting the needle, this is what my husband reported, but first set of needles made me really relaxed. And I was able to take a kind of break, a pause. And then he put second sets of needles, and that's when accelerated everything. And about 40 minutes from the very beginning of the needles insertion, my baby was out. And again, I was just like, what's the word? Interested, but then more curious. And I was thinking, wow, this is amazing medicine. If I can share this with someone, this is it. So when I decided to pursue acupuncture as a career, my acupuncturist recommended to go to Oregon College of Oriental Medicine. And that's where I went and studied acupuncture and Chinese herbs for 4 years. And that's when I learned about non-needle acupuncture that was originated in Japan. And I reached out to teachers in Japan. And I went there and then studied as additional modality. To me, acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine is very, very important. Not very many acupuncturists knows about pediatric acupuncture. So, when I treat children in my clinic, I see that it's very, very effective. The tough part is that educating the parents and the kids. But then before I treat kids, I always show them my tools and let them feel it so that I can reduce their fear and nervousness. And usually kids are very, very relaxed during the treatment. Some kids say it tickles, but I noticed that this method does calm their nervous system, and effectiveness lasts longer, and they seem to respond really well. But not very many people know about it. So in order for the world to know about pediatric acupuncture, I feel like it's really important for me to share with other acupuncturists so that the more acupuncturists will be able to help the children and family. So about 10 years ago, I was approached by my colleague, another acupuncturist, she realized there's no pediatric acupuncture class that's available. So she asked me if I'm willing to create the tour. And so I approached my teacher, Dr. Kano, in Japan, and we started the tour to fill the gap, to accommodate all these acupuncturists wanting to learn pediatric acupuncture. And since then, it's getting bigger, and we have been getting participants from all over the world: the Philippines, Canada, Australia, Greece, the US, and Indonesia. And I'm hoping that the pediatric acupuncture will spread all over the world so that the more kids will be assisted by pediatric acupuncture. So that's my passion.